I'm like Dr. Fox. I'm playing all the tunes. Hello. How's it going? So yeah, I was bullied into this again by cats and dogs, but nothing's moved on, has it? I've still got like some iPhone 7 with a bit of sellotape over it because I dropped it. Whenever I go away, I put a brand new bit of sellotape on the crack. It's stylish. The Wi-Fi shit. You listening are complete losers. So what does that make me? Do you know what I mean? And you tune in from all over the world. There's got to be better things to do than this shit. But anyway, welcome. Right, got loads of questions. I'm not going to get through them all, I'll be honest. Thanks, but Keena, how was New York for your tour? Great. It was amazing. It was hot, like 30-something degrees, and the humidity was like 95% every day. But I love that. When I'm not at work, I think I had about sort of 7 days there, which was, closest thing we got to a holiday, and 2 gigs. The first day, we go for a walk. We walk everywhere in New York. It's great, right? We sometimes even do sightseeing. Even got a place there. We've been going for years. Central Park every day. The equivalent of Hampstead Heath. Meet dogs. So did a lot of walking the first day. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt because it's hot, right, and sweaty, but no pants. I don't know. You shouldn't have to wear pants if you're wearing shorts in that weather. You shouldn't have to. That's the point of shorts. You want to sort of have as little on as possible. But with all the sweating and the walking, there was chafing, right? There was lots of chafing. Old bits rubbing against old bits. They didn't work well together. I don't know what it was like. It was like someone putting a few kilograms of offal in a tumble dryer. And by the end, right, walking home, I was trying to sort of keep everything apart. I was walking like I'd myself. There was proper clunge problems. It was sweaty and red raw and everything. I was even sort of trying to tuck bits of my shorts in between the leg and the back to stop the rubbage. It was fine the next day. I wore pants. And that's all it. Pants. Pants did the trick. I'll be honest. A little bit of aloe vera. Sounds like a sitcom. And then pants and I was good as gold for the week. So thanks for asking. So how was your tour? Well, let me tell you about my bollocks. Sue asked about whether all the amazing people that had played that venue before me crossed my mind. I played the iconic Radio City. I've never played it before. I usually play Madison Square Garden, and everyone said just play Radio City, and it was amazing. Biggest theatre in the world, apparently. Obviously, there's bigger arenas, but for a theatre, it's the biggest in the world, and it was amazing. And yeah, it did cross my mind. And there's pictures of everyone who'd played it as well. So the crowd was great, smart, yeah, brilliant. And Georgine asked, which venue did you prefer and enjoy performing more? Radio City or the Hollywood Bowl? Very different. I mean, if I'd played them both before and I was sort of over it, I guess the better venue for comedy would be Radio City. But there was something magical about the Hollywood Bowl. because it was so vast and it was a nice evening and it's outdoors. It's a tricky one. And I was nervous for the first time before the Hollywood Bowl, and everyone was there. Like people were saying, oh, Dave Grohl's in, Beck's in. Yeah. But they were both fantastic. Both great. But I suppose as a comedic performance, a theatre's better. A theatre's better anyway. But I was blown away by how good the Hollywood Bowl is. For an outdoor, it was like my own little festival. I should do that, shouldn't I? Rickfest. Tony, can you still believe that you got a shout out from Cat Stevens at Glastonbury? Yeah, well, Cat Stevens been my favourite artist for years.
The only person missing here right now is Ricky Gervais.
I think I learned to play guitar because I like Cat Stevens so much, and I learned to play How Can I Tell You? Actually, behind the scenes, I was invited to go on stage with him for Tea for the Tillerman because I used that in extras, and I couldn't because I was in New York. Yeah, he gave me a shout out, which was amazing. There must have been some confused people there, like people who were like 5 when extras came out and don't even know about the connection. Suddenly, Casty was going, yeah, Ricky Gervais. I go, why has he mentioned that fact? But yeah, it was fantastic. What a lovely moment. So thank you. Jean, do you get homesick after 1 week on your tours? Yeah. Well, if I go away for a while or abroad, Jane comes with me, but we still miss Pickle, obviously. And when I'm doing sort of England, I only go away for about 2 days at a time. My tours would be a lot more lucrative if I did it like other people. Because I'd go from one to the next as opposed to coming home every time and then flying off. But yeah, and I stay in the nicest hotels in the world, but 2 days is enough in a hotel because you do miss your home comforts. Because you've made your life as you like it. Do you know what I mean? Even, walk into the cupboard and getting snacks, and everything's vegan in the house, and away you've got to plan stuff. But yeah, it's great. It doesn't get any better. I make it as easy as it could be. My tours are as luxurious as they could be. But yeah, you still go, oh, I wish I was at home on the couch now. But I don't really moan. But that's got a lot to be, isn't it? Being at home on the couch with a cat, drinking wine, not having to do anything, not having to think about anything, not having to go on stage. That's the other thing about live. I do wear pants live. I think, I've got to put pants on and jeans. You know what I mean? That's like that's like dressing up for me. Pajamas and shorts. That's what I want to wear. Leopold and Loveday, 2 cats. We want to know if our linear perception of time is false, and do you think cats perceive time in this way too? Well, I can answer that. I can answer one part of it better than the other. The first part, apparently time being linear, just going forward all the time into the future, is an illusion because it's us. It's our relationship. It's an illusion because that's our relationship type. So solid objects. Oh, I'm out of my depth here. Time is relative for a start, isn't it? Einstein said time is relative. It depends what you're doing. It's your journey that sort of matters, that gives you a perception of time. Bits that I've learned that I haven't thought about for years, just having a go. But okay, I'll answer the second part of the question. I'm confident with this. Do you think cats perceive time in this way? No, because they're thick. They don't perceive anything, do they? See, that was easy. They just sit like that. Fly. Although Pickle sort of knows what time it is. He sort of wakes up at about 5:30. At 10 to 6, she starts meowing because she gets fed. One of her meals is at 6 o'clock. So I think they've got a stomach clock, haven't they? They've got that. Dogs are amazing. Dogs can tell when their owner's going to come home by the scent of their owner, how it sort of goes down over time. So an owner leaves at 8 o'clock, and if it's regular, the dogs know sort of what time it is by how little they can smell the scent of their owner after it's left. So they go, right, when it gets to about that many molecules per whatever, oh, it must be about 4 o'clock. I mean, I fucking tried, didn't I? I'm answering a question from a couple of cats, and I had a go, didn't I? I had a go, but I knew I was out of my depth immediately. Monsieur Dougal, okay, he's a dog now. The duck-billed platypus and the star-nosed mole. What's that all about? You got a point there, Dougal. You got a point there. I don't know what's going on. But no animal is stranger than the next, is it really? Again, we've got this notion of what a normal animal is, but there's no such thing. Just think how different an elephant is to a wow, is to a mouse, is to a mollusk, an octopus, a fish. The diversity is incredible. So, you know, I mean, platypus is slightly different because it's one of the two mammals that lay eggs, but then, you know, I didn't make the rules. But good luck to them. Good luck to them. If you want to be like a fat egg-laying mammal with a beak and a flat tail and web feet, good luck to you. Do it. You be you. If you want to be a thing that's nearly blind, that lives underground with big fucking feet that does dirt and a star, then come on. But do it well. Right. I'm the new Attenborough. Nancy, except Pickle, do you miss something when you're away from home for a few days? Yes. I've sort of answered that, haven't I? Do you feel comfortable in a strange place? Like a hotel room? Yeah, again, particularly if I've stayed there before, you know, you make the most of it. But you always get a little bit anxiety when you know, it's not normal, you're in a foreign country maybe. Anything different sort of throws you a little bit. But I don't go anywhere that's so different. Do you know what I mean? I don't go to the Amazon jungle for a laugh. I'm staying in places that are, you know, like London, really, wherever I go. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like leaving the house, really. I like to be able to leave the house, but I can leave the house and go, oh, I went for a walk, now I can sit down for 12 hours. Playing tennis, that's what I miss when I'm away, playing tennis. I love that. Jenna, would you rather live in an underground bunker? That's funny, isn't it? I've nearly answered this. Or in a really high treehouse. Oh, whichever you choose, you can never leave it. Right. We've got to let some ground rules here. Are both the same amount spider-proof? Because I'm worried about the bunker and I'm worried about the treehouse. If you said one of them didn't have any spiders, it'd be that one. But say everything's equal. So an underground bunker, right, so no sunlight. No sunlight. Nice and safe, nice and quiet. That's what I really want. Peace and quiet. That's what I really want. But it probably would send you mental, wouldn't it? So the treehouse, at least you could look I suppose if the treehouse was nice and safe, and there was no more spiders in it than the bunker, I've got to choose the treehouse over the bunker, haven't I? Really? Because at least you can look at stuff. Tricky one, that. Good question. Helen, who is your favourite tennis player of all time? And have you ever been to watch Wimbledon? I have. Been a few times. Probably the most memorable was we were invited by Andy Murray and we went in the players box, which is, I mean, as good as it gets. It was amazing. And yeah, I went when I was about 14 or 15. So my favourite tennis players then, probably Nastase. He was fiery and inventive, and he was the bad lad of tennis. And then McEnroe after him, sort of similar. I love that. I love that sort of passion and fire. Martin Navratilova, you know, icons, really. Probably Nastase. Hi, Ricky. Who's your favourite artist or works of art? Congrats on the world tour success. Thank you. Two spring to mind. I've been to a lot of art galleries. I've seen a lot of art up close, and it's very different up close. It's suddenly I don't know, overwhelming. And the more famous the painting, the more you take in all the things that you've seen in print. My two favourites probably Turner and Rembrandt. I like how dark sort of Rembrandt. Well, I mean literally like the background where it was like a thick black paint in him in shadows. Like he did a lot of self-portraits. And Turner, there was something dramatic. That's what I like in art, drama. Drama. You can have, you know, competence, skill, beauty, light, all those things, but a bit of drama. Add that to the mix. Same in music. Same in any art form, really. A bit of drama is where it's at. A bit of conflict, a bit of angst. Steve, would you rather have tennis rackets for legs? That's a human, I think, as well. Or cheese grater hands? Well, I don't even eat cheese anymore, do I? I'm vegan. It's basically, do I value my hands over my legs? And I think the answer is yes. Because even though I couldn't walk around, and let's not forget, I look fucking stupid with, like, not even good false legs, but tennis rackets for legs. But no hands, really. Forget the cheese graters. What can I do with those? I might as well have no hands. Worse, in a way. Someone said, oh, hold my baby. Cheese graters. What have you done? Well, it's not my fault. I've got cheese graters for hands. Whereas if I just had stumps, I could hold the baby like that, couldn't I? I think if I had cheese graters for hands, I don't think people would say, oh, do you want to hold my baby? They go, don't let him hold the baby, he's got cheese graters for hands. Do you know how delicate a baby is? Some of them are more delicate than some cheeses. Like Parmesan, I reckon, is hardier than the average baby. It's got to be tennis rackets for legs because I need my hands. I mean, I could walk, you know, I could be wheeled around, or I could just sit somewhere. Whereas if you got cheese graters, what's your cheese graters for legs or tennis rackets for hands? That's a tricky one, isn't it? Still have to be the cheese graters for legs. I want real hands. Okay. No one hold a baby anyway. I did this in Derek, but the stakes. Why? What if I drop it? What's the point? He would say, hold my Ming vase. Why? Well, you'll be fine. Yeah, but why? What if I drop it? Well, don't drop it, obviously. Well, I'm not going to hold something that precious for a laugh. Pax, I remember Jane said something about how you have a figurine of an animal in your fridge. Yeah, that's true. And there is some sort of joke or story associated with it. Could you please tell us? Well, I think it was like 1985 or something. Me and Jane, it might be our first flat, I can't remember. But there was an old neighbour who then was like 65, so well gone now. This is about like 40 years ago, whatever. And he liked us, so he gave us a little present. I used to go to a market that let junk, right? And it was a little plastic, one of those little plastic hollow antelopes, about that big. I don't know what it was for. One of those ornaments, knickknacks or something. And we sort of said, oh, thank you. And one of us, I can't remember which one of us even, put it in the fridge for a laugh so the other one would see it in the fridge. And then we've transferred it from every fridge we've ever had. It's been in like 10 different fridges over the last 35, 40 years. That's the story. Imagine that in a memoir. Imagine Ricky Gervais, the true story. Ricky Gervais, a funny thing happened on the way to the office. Right? And then that's the fucking story I tell. I remember when I was about 24. An elderly neighbour gave me an antelope which I put in the fridge. And it's been in every fridge. In every fridge, ever. Fucking hell. Imagine if that made the diary. Bella, long time no sticks. Bella's a dog. Speaking of which, have you found any really good sticks recently? I have. I look out for, I think of you often, Bella. Also, we go walking every day, and there's a sort of regular dog on our circuit. Certain dogs go out at certain times, so we, he's a big retriever called Atom. And for some reason, he likes me to have a stick with me because he runs over and he takes the stick, and it's sort of like a joke almost. And he just bites it up and then he goes off. So when I get to where he's coming up, Jay goes, have you got a stick? And I have to find a good stick. Right, and that sounds mad, doesn't it? That sounds mental. And then along the way, sometimes other dogs I've got a stick. That was for Adam, but he's not here yet. You have it, I'll get another stick. There's a dog called Chestnut who likes you to throw sticks up to 4. So you throw a stick, she picks it up. You find another one, she goes and she gets 2, and she goes back to 2, and you have to throw another one. And I think her record might be 5. So yeah, I've been through a lot of sticks in my time, Bella. I'm probably not an expert like you, but I do consider, I go, well, they crunch that up, no problem. That's like a nice hardy one. Or that one's got a bit of sharp, oh no, I bite off these sharp edges. So yeah, fuck me. I'm wasting my life talking to you. Thank you for following. Oh, I'm on, what is it? Threads. I'm on Threads and Instagram. Tour's going great. The Hollywood Bowl was pretty amazing. It's still surreal. It was like 2 months ago. And it was in all the papers that it made a record amount for a one-off gig, right? But I've got outlay as well, haven't I? I've got the flights. I've got stage gear. This Matalan t-shirt was $3.99. Actually, I think I mentioned that before in a tweet or on this, and Matalan sent me some free ones for my birthday. So I didn't even pay for these. They're great t-shirts. I don't care. I'm not a snob. They're really lovely. I haven't got a deal, by the way. Matt and Anne aren't paying me for this. This is a free. I'm giving it away. But they're great. I've got designer t-shirts that don't last this long. So thank you, Matt. Because I gave you a plug, can you give some money to a dog or cat charity? Poor Matt and Anne. They sent me a gift. They thought it would be funny. And now you're going to hassle them. You're going to at them in, aren't you? Matt and Anne, give $5,000 to a dog or cat charity. And thanks for the t-shirts. Right. That'll do, won't it? Cheers, everyone. Thanks for following. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.